Yeah. Look out your window. Knicks fans is on your block. Y'all know the Knicks run the city. Pull them shades back. Look out your window. Look down there on the block. That's Knicks fans right there. It's about that time. It's about that time of the week where you get ready for your work week with the man that is so smooth he does not require a chaser. Your main man, the real, still the real Anthony D. And your main man, Jersey's finest, the hood representative, Uncle Freezy. Yo, what's good, party people in the place to be? Welcome to Old School Knicks with your main man, the number one chief rocket Knicks universe, Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by the man that is so smooth he does not require a chaser. It is still the real AD in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, still the real Anthony D is in the building.
What's good, Uncle Freezy? You know that's me on bass guitar on that.
Yo, that joint is fire, bro.
That
I ain't even gonna lie.
Fire. That joint is fire.
Yeah, man.
Good morning, Uncle Freezy.
Yo. Good morning.
Absolutely. Salute to Nick Nation out there. Salute to the chat as we here again on another balmy, rainy Sunday up here in the Northeast.
What?
We had to pull out the fleece. It's that time again. Yeah.
Bro, I'm looking out the window right now, man. The sun is so bright. It's crazy.
It ain't bright up here. That's for damn sure. For real. Well, how we doing, sir?
Good, man.
Where we starting? Where we going?
Let's start with this. I'm checking back and forth because those dudes still rocking over there. So, but yo, is this organization trying to pull the wool over our eyes, bro?
What?
Is this a false sense of LOL Knicks? Is this still the same old Knicks? Same old Knicks.
What are you saying? Is this Zach Randolph, Eddie Curry, the new Twin Towers of the city?
Yeah. With Jerome James coming off the bench? Yeah.
Jerome James coming off
the bench. Is this what this says?
Oh,
yo, is this a team? We got 5 dudes that weigh 300 pounds. Is that what this is again?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
It can't.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm legit trying to figure it out, man, and see what's going on with it. And then I got like some kind of weird thing, man. I woke up, man, with like a thing. I must have. I don't know, man. One of them. I ain't trying to blame Miss Mocha for nothing, man, but maybe she must be.
Damn.
All these scents, all these aromas. You know how your girl be obsessed with everything being clean and smelling good. You know what I'm saying? And be buying you like all these kind of body things, like these creams for your face to make sure she's like, your face don't look good on the camera. I bought you this special kind of soap, and you know what I'm saying, your face be mad dry, bro. Feel like your face be in the oven, but you don't say nothing because that's your girl.
Give you some Kerry lotion.
Yeah. Sorry. Your face feeling all brittle, like peanut butter candy or something.
She gonna hit you with some John the Conqueror.
Something. Got you brushing your teeth with black toothbrushes.
Oh my god,
bro.
God. Don't do that to Miss Mocha. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah, that's my lady, man. Nah, for real, man. But I'm just saying, some people take the Erykah Badu stuff just a little bit too far, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
I know she did. You know.
Yeah.
With vagina fragrances and all of that.
Yeah.
Woman,
I
if you
mean,
don't stop, if you don't get
yeah,
away.
like Badu, like Badu, what are you doing?
But Badu for you.
And so and just really quick, man. Shout out to all the um Caribbean ladies in the building that watch and hang out with us because Mo in them is from the Bahamas. She
Okay.
first gen, but hey Mo, what do you call people from the Bahamas? Bahamidian?
Bahamians.
You call them Bahamidians, right? What'd you call them? You want to come on camera? What do you call people from the Bahamas? West Indian Bahamians. Okay, all right, okay.
Bahamians. Shout out to the Bahamas. I was there a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely. Absolutely. The weather was nice. The women were on 10, even though I had to pretend like I wasn't looking, you know. But you know how that goes. You know
Yeah,
how that goes. You saw that?
yeah.
No.
No, what you do?
What are you talking about? I saw you. That's it. I only got eyes for you. But shout out to the Bahamas. Great
Yeah,
trip.
I got something. I got something going on, man. It got my eyes watering, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, like
It's
something.
go,
But
go
whatever.
to
I'm gonna try to
the
run. I'm
it's
gonna
go
try
to
to
the
run.
Bahamas.
Yeah, it must be. It must be something. It must be because yeah, it's something, bro.
The moment I said Eddie Curry and Zach Randolph, your eyes started twitching.
Yeah, I can't, bro. I can't. I can't help it, bro. You know, so somebody say something aggravating, man, my eyes starts twitching, man. This
Oh my god.
this lady cussed me out one time. You frog eyed. I'm like frog eyed. I've been called a lot of stuff in my life,
But never
but
frog eye. But
yeah,
never frog
I
eye.
started to put that on a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, you ain't gonna offend me, bro. I've been born with what they call thick skin. So you ain't
Mm,
gonna offend me with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was born with thick skin, and when I was a shorty, before I started fighting, this dude used to bully me every day. You know what I'm saying? So
mm.
it just make you a certain kind of tough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, man. So yeah, man. So are we being fed say some false hope thing? Is it the same old Knicks? Right? Are we just on a first round team that got lucky to make it to the second round, or is this team a really good team and we don't understand it because we don't know what a good team looks like? Like
Well,
like
we know what a good team looks like. We had one last year.
okay, okay,
You know, the in comparison to the Eddie Curry Zach Randolph pairing, and this is no disrespect to Zach Randolph because that man is a Hall of Famer, and he went on to having a Hall of Fame career after the
after leaving the
Knicks.
Knicks, yeah.
After leaving the Knicks.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. In fact, let me change the word. Imagine that.
Right.
Let me get some ebonics out here.
Mm.
Imagine that.
Right, right.
That's how bad that thought process was. To let's chase a dream and not realize what we have here in front of me. Because if you
And
remember,
then not even chase it. Let's half ass chase it.
let's
Let's chase it
half-ass
like
chase it.
let's chase it like Wally Coyote.
Yeah.
Right? Let's not talk basketball to LeBron James. Let's talk about the city. Oh, New York City is such a great place to live. Man, there's a woman on every corner in New York City. There's a place called Fordham Road. Man, LeBron don't want to hear that mess, bro. Come on, bro. What are we
LeBron don't want
talking
to go to
about?
Fordham Road.
Right,
And
right.
shout out to Fordham Road.
Shout out to Fordham Road, bro.
LeBron don't want to go to Fordham Road.
Yeah, bro. It's LeBron James, bro. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So
No, and
but yeah,
half-ass chase it.
shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to the greatest borough to ever exist, the Bronx, New York. Shout out to the Bronx, man. I got mad family in the Bronx and mad family in Central Islip and in Inwood. So shout out to those places also. Shout out to Jersey City, New Jersey. Shout out to Essex County, Hudson County,
Mm,
all those places. You know what I'm
mm.
saying?
The
So
tri-state,
yeah,
baby.
man.
You know where we at with it. Bronx, the home of the hip hop kids. That's right.
Yeah, man.
But it's in comparison, and this is no, and I don't like to necessarily, and defecate on people that we watch on TV, especially in the sport that we love.
Right, right.
But the trade for Eddie Curry just wasn't it. And to pair
Right.
him with Zach Randolph was straight out of the 70s, if not the 80s. In the 70s, Eddie Curry wouldn't have lasted.
And they made Isaiah can I it's old school Knicks. I just want to insert something too, not to cut you off because
Mhm.
I want to get out of the way, but I do want to say this though. Can we please stop blaming Isaiah Thomas for what the Knicks owner wanted him to do? The owner was telling him to do certain things. This dude was like, "Nah, man, let me draft, bro. If I draft, we can be okay. If I just draft, we could just draft good players on. Like, nah, we need a centerpiece. We need a star so that we can sell out. It's the Garden, bro.
What,
Ain't no way. Ain't nobody. Somebody's trying to tell me that Isaiah Thomas legit drafted the way he did, but then wanted to trade those draft picks away so that he couldn't draft. I know Dolan. Everybody, all my older Knicks fans was like, yo, it was Dolan meddling. If Dolan would have left Isaiah and them guys alone, then and this is the young Dolan, by the way, James Dolan I'm talking about.
mhm.
If Dolan would have just stopped meddling and let, especially Isaiah, build the organization, I think we'd have been in a better spot.
What we're not going to do is have revisionist history.
Okay.
When
Good.
Isaiah Thomas came on board, he was team president. If you
Right.
remember, being that I'm in New York and it's a similar day when they hired him, when he took over, it was a rainy day, right? And some people believe, if you believe in karma and
That was an
mysticism,
omen.
whatever, that was an omen necessarily. I don't necessarily dislike rainy days until I gotta go out in it, But
Wait a minute. Do you like soul music?
what kind of question is that?
Because I'm gonna make the connection to rainy days.
it He had carte blanche. At
Who?
that, Isaiah at that time was head of the organization. The first trade he did, the first move that he did was he completed the Stephon Marbury.
Yep.
Because the previous GM was already working on that trade.
Right.
He just went in there and said, okay, we'll take Anthony Hardaway too. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. Marbury back home to New York, 25 years old.
Was that a good trade in your mind? The
Oh, yeah,
trade
I would
itself.
have.
Not the result, but the trade itself. Was that a good
The
trade?
trade itself, yes, because Marbury was a star.
At the time, right?
Starbury. Marbury may be the best point guard ever to come out of New York City.
No.
And that's saying
no.
And that's saying a lot.
No.
There's an argument for that. Easy.
No, he ain't better than Bob Cousy. Remember Bob Cousy from the Bronx?
I get it. Marbury, and it's
he's from Brooklyn. I'm sorry.
Right, but it's unfair. No, Marbury's from Coney Island, Brooklyn.
No, Cousy. I'm talking about Cousy.
Well, Marbury's from Brooklyn too.
Yeah, so he not even the best point guard out of the borough.
But
Marbury better than Kenny
don't
Anderson.
do that. He
better. He way better than Kenny Anderson.
I don't know if he's way better than Kenny Anderson, but
he way better than Kenny
Anderson.
There's
an argument. You're talking about a place, an area that has produced some of the greatest point guards to ever, to go to the game and even not go to the game. That's just what this area does. It's point guards. But with that Marbury point of that trade, I would have done it. Just from looking at it from afar. This is the vantage point that the general managers, the presidents, and the people on the inside have over us as fans. They know what's being said around the league. They have pertinent information from team to team. They know if you got 8 mothers of your child, all of this NBA security briefings, they have all of this information.
Right.
It's what you choose to execute. Now, maybe Dolan said to him, you know what? They were already working on this. Marbury, New York, MSG, I need a splash. This Ewing thing is reverberating,
Right.
make it happen. Can I see that? Sure. Because he's a known talent, and even he, the owner, then and now, doesn't have to know much basketball to know the name Stephon Marbury, especially at that time. But to the point is, what we're not going to do is we're not going to act as if Dolan was, sending Isaiah a list of things to do on a daily and pulling the strings. That's just not fair. Isaiah himself.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't sending Dolan. No, he wasn't. Dolan wasn't sending him things to do on a daily. I just think Dolan gave him 2 mandates: don't rebuild, and trade for a star. Is the 2 things I think Dolan told him.
Be still my heart. Don't rebuild. Be still my heart. Why should we ever do such a thing? Why should
because championship teams do that.
No, but don't rebuild means, you know what, by all means necessary. And you know what? We got the money here to do it. What are you doing when you're signing Jerome James? When you forget that. What are you doing when you trade for Eddie Curry after you sign Jerome James?
Why do you trade for Eddie Curry when Chicago sat him because he was having heart issues?
And you double down on it by trading unprotected picks. Right. And then you go totally.
And he didn't have any protections on those picks either. What he should have did is added protections to those picks.
Yes.
Right.
He was too happy to go.
But AD, here's the thing though. Here's the thing real quick about that though. Do you remember how bad the Knicks were prior to Pat Ewing? The Knicks were bad. Right?
I choose not to remember those.
Right. But the Knicks were not. And
they were only bad 1 year prior to Pat.
No. Let me.
Half a year.
No. Let me. Because I got to think. When they acquired Bernard King, he was a ray of sunshine, and then otherwise from 78 to about 84, the Knicks were terrible except for the Bernard King in his prime years. Because both of us can agree. Well, I'll say it, and I think you'll agree. If not, then I'm gonna I gotta question you, right? But Bernard King's short tenure with the Knicks, Bernard King was the second best player in the NBA behind Larry Bird. That's what I think, right? Right? People will say, "Well, Dr. J." Nah, Dr. J was 34 years old, man. No, Dr. J.
By that time, Dr. J.
And don't talk to me about Moses Malone. Moses Malone was 33 years old, man. I ain't no. And they were still calling Irvin Johnson Tragic Johnson because he used to choke in big moments, right? Even though he did magic,
he had a moment. Good Lord! Oh my God! Can we stop? He had a moment. Why would you do that?
To Magic?
That's disrespectful.
Let's keep. I'm talking about Bernard King.
But you did plural to Magic. I'm not gonna let that slide.
Right. Did the Lakers win a championship in '82?
That's with Magic.
Okay. All right.
Did the Lakers win a championship in his rookie season?
Yes.
Yeah. So in his first 3 seasons, does he have 2 championships and 3 finals appearances? Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
In those seasons, didn't he also have an all-star member in the backcourt, Norm Nixon? Yes. Didn't they get the number 1 pick in the draft, James Worthy? Yes.
Don't blame the organization for having sense. Don't
I'm
blame
not
the
saying that.
organization for having sense.
I'm not saying that because ultimately, if the Knicks had the Lakers run, I'd probably, you know what I'm saying, be speaking, we probably would be doing old school Knicks. If the Knicks had won 16 championships, right? We probably have the title of the show would be something different.
It takes
Right?
sense.
Right,
That
right,
wasn't luck. That wasn't luck for the Lakers. That
right,
wasn't luck.
right. It wasn't luck that they got the number one pick 2 times and they had the greatest scoring center ever, right? And they had, man, listen, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is during that time, Bernard King was the second best player in the NBA.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
I'll go there with you. Fine.
Yeah, that's what Bernard King was a Bernard King scored 50 points in back-to-back nights. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Bernard King, it was a scoring machine,
And
right?
he hit that second 50 on cue. If you see the moments of that game, not the country freezing, the ending moments of that game, he has 48, and he doesn't even know he has 48.
Right.
The bench is going, get it to Bernard. Get it
Right.
to Bernard with
Right.
seconds to go. And the
Right.
moment they passed it to him, jab step, corner, 15. Whoosh.
I'm a fan of Bernard King, by the way. I
No,
want
you're not.
to get you on board with Bernard King, bro.
No, you're not. You're not.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Bernard King. You got to
You're
get
not.
on this Bernard King boat, bro.
You're not a fan of Bernard King. You slight his career because he only played, and he only played
208 games.
207 games.
Yeah.
How many times have I heard you say that?
Frank Ntilikina played more games.
Frank, the disrespect to put Frank Ntilikina and Bernard King just a few words apart. That alone makes me want to check your Knick credentials, my guy.
I only say stuff like that when we're comparing all-time Knicks greats. When we're talking about all-time Knicks greats is when I say that. Say stuff like that.
And Bernard is an all-time Knicks great.
Right. Only
great.
when we're parsing participles. I don't just throw stuff out there like that. I don't discredit Bernard King.
Only when we're what? Only when what? Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, I'm selling bean pies. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing Bible. I'm doing the Bible study now. That's what you saying. That's so wrong, bro. Hey, Knicks fans, you see how these dudes they be laughing in my face? You see how they just take leisure and laughing in my face? They don't even tell me to turn my back so they can laugh. They just laugh in my face, bro. Come on.
It's all love, Uncle Freezy. It's all love. You know what we do. It's all love. But he's an NBA great.
Come on, bro.
Bernard was that guy.
Yeah, but Bernard King is that guy. The only time we even get into these is when people try to rank him as a greater Knick than Julius Randle or Clyde Frazier. That's the only time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God! Why must we? Oh God! How are you gonna put Julius Randle and Bernard King in the same sentence? J Boogie, salute.
Salute J Boogie. J Boogie in the building, man. Yeah, so what I'm getting at, man, is all the Knicks pulling our leg, right? Do they really know what they're doing, or do they have an ultimate master plan? My thing is, AD, today, like I go back and forth, right? I'm hoping that these guys know what they're doing, but at the same time, it reminds me of an episode of Pinky and the Brain. That's what it reminds me. Ryan Arcidiacono. You could have had Christian Wood coming off the bench, right? They go out and get Ryan Arcidiacono. Christian Wood could have been our power forward center off the bench.
What they forgot? Right? What they forgot? What Mother Jugs and Speed? Huh? They couldn't get Mother Jugs and Speed to go along with that. Absolutely absolute ham egger.
Yo,
Some team signed Kelly Oubre for $5 million.
And we signed Ryan Arcidiacono. Right. And so since we going in that we can't get 10 speed and brown shoe either.
We can't get 10 speed and brown shoe either. We can't get 10 speed and brown shoe.
No,
but we got
Ryan Arcidiacono. We got Ryan Arcidiacono.
This is why, Freezy, the only difference between what Brunson, or two differences at least, because at least they're listening to him. They're getting every Villanova player, assistant, cheerleader. If you was anything you did, look, Rollie Massimino is probably lurking somewhere around.
Ed Pinckney is somewhere. Kerry Kittles.
Kerry Kittles from where?
Is at the gym.
Where Kerry Kittles from? Where Ed Pinckney from?
Yeah. Yes. All from the same place.
If it only makes sense, why not?
And YouTube got us, by the way. I guess YouTube didn't like the fact that I said 10 speed and brown shoe. So YouTube's just sent a thing that says the video is limited because of blah 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 blah. Because I said 10 speed and brown shoe. YouTube is crazy, man.
You don't even know what these people out here don't even know what the 10 speed and brown shoe reference is. Oh my God!
Come on, YouTube! Y'all gotta stop, bro.
Stop it!
YouTube, you gotta relax. YouTube, yo, it's probably a Bernard King fan that did it. A Bernard King fan somewhere. It's
Bernard King hater that did it. I mean, it's just ridiculous, Freezy. That's
do you buy into this front office being pretty smart and making the right move, or do you think it's Ernie Grunfeld all over again? Dave Checkers all over again.
I think Ernie Grunfeld and Dave Checkers, they were far more aggressive, in certain areas than this regime has been.
They love trade. They would trade for a washed up star in a heartbeat, bro.
But when you have a superstar, Freezy, I'd rather go wrong with me trying to get stuff around him than not do anything at all.
Okay.
Or me just sitting there pump faking. And the analogy is, when do they take a chance?
This regime? No, it ain't going.
You got Randall on Paul George's podcast a couple months ago. We're making the connection. They speak to the Clippers about Paul George, and no. We got 10 speed and no brown shoe.
Yeah, man. I get where you're going with that too. I think that was a classic Knicks PR. Knicks PR is the GOAT, right? And like we legit think Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Nah. The Knicks PR department is the GOAT, bro. Because nothing goes wrong in Knicks universe, bro. If you ever notice, there is never any when we think there's something negative, Knicks PR spin it into a positive. Like when Cam Reddish was on the bench, you ain't heard a peep from nobody, bro. Right? You ain't heard a peep from
because they don't talk unless necessary. Or directed.
Right.
Or directed to.
If you're a fan though, and I'm one, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a fan. Right? If you're a fan, I think you deserve a little something. Right? A little something.
You get just that. In a couple of weeks, there's gonna be media day, right?
Okay.
And the only person you'll hear from again for the rest of the season will be the nightly Tibbs, and when its own entity get to interview the players before and after the game.
That's lame, though, bro.
That's it. They're tight. It has been lame. It has been lame, and not to say You want to satisfy the media outlets. I could give two fucks about them,
Right.
right? But we're the fan base.
Right.
It doesn't hurt for every now and again for Leon Rose to get on his own network, his own
Right.
network in a controlled environment to speak about the state of the Knicks or whatever. It's not until it looks so bad, right? It's like, yo, Leon, get your fat ass up out there and go say something.
Go say something. Wake your ass up and go talk. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I think it's gonna be, and I think it's gonna be. People might take this the wrong way, but I'm starting to miss Steve Mills and Scott Perry.
Oh, woo!
I'm starting to miss them, bro. I'm starting to miss them, bro. I'm starting to miss them, and not because of wins and losses, not because of stuff on the court. I'm not talking about roster stuff.
Shook. I think Nick Universe just went.
Yeah, I know. I know. I don't miss them because of that. I miss them because the thing is with here's the thing. I think Steve Mills and Scott Perry got a bad rap because they tanked for Zion. Right? They tanked for Zion and messed around and didn't get him, and they got RJ. Right? But all those losses, we endured those losses because we were tanking for Zion. And I think Knicks fans forget that. Like we were out there with Noah Vonleh throwing outlet passes to the other. Damn it!
Look,
Every time I think about Noah Vonleh, bro. Every time I think about Noah Vonleh grabbing a rebound and throwing the ball all the way down court to the other team center, it just makes me want to jump my fat ass out this damn window, bro.
You see, you out here laying the tar before you got to the gravel pit, before you dug it all up.
I know.
And the dug is Perry and Mills traded KP. What do you have to show for that when you trade the crown jewel? See, before you get to the tar, you already at tar surface road. Oh no. No. There were steps that they did that led to that. Now
Porzingis did that to us, bro.
Yeah, that's fine, but he was still your property.
And
at one point, he was very valuable to the organization. Remember, we
wanted to keep Porzingis, bro. We wanted to keep Porzingis.
Then why the hell did they trade him?
Because Porzingis and his brother created that environment. They created the ill will, bro.
Oh, I'll give you that, but do you get chopped cheese for that?
Bro,
for somebody who's 21, 22 years old, you get chopped cheese?
Bro, why does Porzingis' brother need an office at MSG?
Because that's his brother.
Come on, bro.
It's the same reason why I have vaulted the Brunsons. If my father wants a job, guess what? You'll give him a job.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you, sir? We'll come back to Brunson, right? We'll come back to Brunson, but I'm sorry. We'll come back. We'll come back to Porzingis.
Yes, I went there.
We'll come back to Porzingis, right? But are you telling me that Brunson told Leon Rose, listen, only way I'm coming is if we do things my way?
It's a package deal.
So Brunson's like, y'all gonna hire Rick Brunson. And he is gonna be a coach on the bench with say. He's not going to be those mystery coaches like you don't even know their name. And you are going to trade for Josh Hart. And you're going to bring in Dante DiVincenzo. And at the same time, you signed me. Because people forget this. The same time they signed Brunson, they brought in Ryan Archie Diacono.
Assalamu alaikum.
Right, they brought in Ryan Arcidiacono before that. Remember they brought in Ryan Arcidiacono. Remember they brought him in before that. Remember they brought him in the COVID season, and then they cut him and brought in Damian Dotson. People forget Dotson was a Knick twice. Damian Dotson was a Knick twice.
Yes, he was.
Damian Dotson was the backup when Quentin Grimes broke out for 27 points against the Bucks. People forget that.
Yes, he
right?
was.
And then they cut Ryan Arcidiacono. Come on, are you? Is that where we going? Jalen Brunson calls the shots. Is that what you're saying?
It's the house of the Brunsons.
Lord!
Remember when you had Dynasty, Dallas,
right?
Back in the 80s, everything was just one name in the 80s.
Yeah,
Magic,
Brunson,
Bird, Brunson.
Oh God, no, Leon Rose.
Brunson.
So now we saying a Rose is still a Rose, basically. Basically,
Absolutely.
Leon Rose is still Leon Rose is what he is. He hadn't changed. So he's still one of those agents that grovel to his clients, basically. That's what he is.
I wouldn't say that, but in this essence, what he's shown you is that they take care of their own. Remember, he gave out early Christmas gifts 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Where'd Noel play?
Kentucky. I remember that. I know where you're going. You remember when they first got here, they got everybody from Kentucky. Remember when they first came in the door, they had Randall, Knox, Quickly, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Scowler BCA. They had a whole bunch of dudes from Kentucky. Remember that? They going into their first training camp. A whole bunch of dudes. And the one dude from Villanova that they had, they cut him. It was a dude named Amari Spellman. You remember fat Amari Spellman?
Well, Amari cut himself, to your point.
No, he cut some cheese.
They rolled out, and I'm not even going to get this more than 10 seconds. They rolled out a man that was the reincarnation of Michael Sweetney. They didn't see that man in the locker room in his uniform.
But Tibbs
gave him, see him in practice.
But Tibbs gave him 6 months to get in shape.
Yes, and then he came in
weighing more than the day he met Tibbs.
Than when he left.
When he met Tibbs, he was 287. He showed up to training camp 293. Bro, you ruined your own career because you wouldn't get in shape.
Okay, 10 seconds is over. Once a Knick, always a Knick. Not in this case. But to your point, is he? If I'm gonna hitch my wagon, am I gonna hitch it to the Brunsons? Absolutely.
You hitching your wagons to the Brunsons?
Absolutely. Every day
I
of the week,
am
twice
hitching
on
my
Sundays.
wagons to Patrick Ewing. Pat Ewing, come save us, bro. Pat, come save us, bro.
They don't have a place for Pat.
And for that reason, we are excuse me, we're a habitual whatever. We're a habitual
I think it's for the reasons that we already mentioned. This thing, this feeling like they're out to get us. You know, Dolan just needs to just let that alone.
Bro, you know he like Al Davis, right?
In that regards, yes.
He reminds me of Al Davis, bro.
In that regards, yes. Because as Davis was getting on, Davis just continued to fight with the league that just, okay, no one should be able to tell you can't move your team. In that fight, it just took all the starch out of those, because his mindset was to fight with Rozelle and the rest of the owners while the Raiders started to go.
Right, but Rozelle was doing them dirty, bro. Rozelle was doing them dirty.
Okay.
Rozelle was doing them dirty, bro. It's as simple as when it comes to like the Oakland Raiders and all the California teams, right? every week you showing the Giants and the Cowboys, or the Cowboys and the Redskins, or the Giants and the such and such, and then the West Coast teams you got them in the 4 o'clock slot, and you not doing a prime time. Yeah, they were doing the Raiders dirty, and that's for that reason. And people don't realize this. People think people forget that those teams out west need prime time games and all that stuff. That's why those teams out west are always moving. That's why they always moving, bro. The Chargers moving from LA to San Diego, back to LA. The Raiders are moving from Oakland to the 49ers, who was playing in the worst stadium ever created. Yeah, I mean, come on, bro.
But
The
no, but
Rams, the Rams moved to Saint move or what this the Rams moved to St. Louis. Or it's crazy. The West Coast teams always you can't just build up the Cowboys. And this what the NBA was doing in my opinion, is what the NBA does with the Lakers. Now, build up the Lakers, prop up the Lakers at the expense of other big market teams like the Knicks and Bulls.
well, you got a couple of different fronts there, right? And I'm gonna take the opposite side of that, because looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many places, searching for love.
Wookin' Panub, and all the. That's if you remember. That's if you old enough to remember Eddie Murphy on Saturday Night Live. Anybody remember? Anybody remember Eddie Murphy did on Saturday Night Live? Wookin' Panub, all the white
places.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Buckwheat does country for everybody, for people looking
Here's
on
the
YouTube.
thing with that. The league is any sports league is always going to be in love with the two main places in a particular certain region. And for this, we're talking coast to coast, New York, LA.
Okay.
Right? With the LA situation is they don't necessarily love for you just to parachute in a team. Remember, a lot of those folks, they remember the Rams. Okay? The Rams was LA for a good minute, but a lot of those folks are still allegiance with the Oakland Raiders.
Oakland Raiders, yeah.
When Al does what he does and gets whatever, and then they go into the Coliseum, it was a disaster.
Right.
Although they win a Super Bowl, they never catch on out there because the love was in Oakland.
And LA wasn't gonna never build them a stadium either. They never made enough money. Right. For instance, the New York Jets can fall over backwards in their division and the Jets are gonna make money hand over fist. Right? The Jets suck as a franchise. Whoa. The Jets are absolutely putrid, turn your stomach bad as a franchise, right? But they make money hand over fist. Wow. Man, the Jets are so bad that they wear vomit green every Sunday, right? But here's the thing with the Jets, they make money hand over fist.
We will not have you in this blasphemy.
What?
This road down of blasphemy.
Bro,
that's money green, baby.
I'm talking
what
about
are you
economics.
Talking about? That's money green.
We're talking about economics, man. We're talking about economics, right?
That's money green.
The Jets are a disaster, bro, of a franchise. The Jets are the only team. Think about this, y'all.
You will eat those words.
Jets. Somebody put out a stat. I can't remember how to say it, but I think the Jets are
the home of Broadway Joe, baby.
Mink coats. Every time I think about the Jets, I think Blair Thomas.
We're gonna go there.
Yes, the Jets are a disaster, bro.
When I say to you, Enos, what do you think?
Bust. Blair Thomas, same thing. Same thing. John Carter, same thing.
When I say to you that you once had a coach that told a quarterback that he couldn't make audibles anymore, and the quarterback cries at the post game conference, at the post game press conference. Do you remember that?
Who you talking about this week with Justin Fields? Is that what you talking about?
Wow, did that happen again?
Yeah,
Did
it's the
history
Bears. It's the Bears, bro.
the
It's the
history
Bears.
repeat itself?
Of course. You talking about Vince Evans?
You guys only had like really one good winning season,
You
maybe
you you
two in your history. You know that, right?
you know the Bears have more championships than the Jets, right? The Jets have
You
one.
do know the Kansas Comet, as they called him way back when, never played on a winning team with the
Yeah,
Bears, right?
yep. Him and Dick Buckus
Him and Dick Buckus.
on the
And
same.
these
They were on the
and
same
these
team.
are held as some of the greatest ball players in NFL history. The Bears wasted their talents.
Yeah, yeah,
You do
and
know
yeah,
that, right?
yeah, and the Jets wasted Freeman McNeil and Wesley Walker and Al Toon
They were on better teams.
because they had a quarterback named they had a quarterback named It wasn't the Kyle
How did we
O'Brien.
get here? How did we get here on
Because I
old
was trying to
school Knicks?
explain.
How did we get here?
Because I'm trying to explain
Explain. Go ahead. I won't interrupt
economics.
your explanation.
Economics.
Explain.
So I'm explaining economics. What it
Assalamu
is
alaikum.
yeah,
Explain.
yeah. Man, we're parsing participles, bro. We're just trying to get to a point. Right? The point that I'm getting at, man, is with this Knicks organization, I can't buy into one player running the organization. What I can get behind though is if this one player is wanting to bring in players he likes to change the culture. So if it's a hey, we're trying to change the culture thing, I'm with it. Right? But RJ Barrett and Julius Randle are not with it. You know how I know that? Because Julius Randle left one camp, the Nova Boys camp, CAA, and signed with the agency with RJ Barrett, where RJ Barrett is at. And I know that sounds like a mere coincidence, but what I'm saying is I don't think it's coincidence.
I don't think it's coincidence at all.
I think Randall sees the writing on the wall is it's a civil war that's brewing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
so if Brunson wins, then Randall and RJ Barrett will be out of here and maybe we win a championship. Right?
Because that was strange.
Yeah.
And the way how the New York media or media in general, even how the Garden handled it, you barely heard anything of the story.
Right.
I just happened to look at Hoops Hype one day and I saw the story and I was like, what? Randall leaves CAA for they're opting, oh, this is his guy from the beginning, blah, 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 blah. Well, if he was his guy, why did he leave him in the first place?
Right.
Right? But that's
his guy left CAA and went
but that's the inner workings. He didn't go with him. He didn't have a Jerry Maguire moment.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't grab the goldfish and leave out together.
Right.
You
Who's
know,
coming with me?
Yeah, who's coming with me?
Who's coming with me?
Who's
I'll
coming
come,
with me?
I'll come, Jerry.
The moment that man had his meltdown and walked out of the room, business as usual. And Randall was a part of that business as usual. So, you know, whatever those inner workings are, they are what they are. But it just felt strange, especially on the eve of the season,
Right.
that they would make this maneuver. And it's like, okay, that's the explanation we're getting. No, I think there's a little bit more to that.
I think there's a little bit more to that.
I think there's a little bit more to that.
Yeah.
Somebody's not satisfied.
Somebody's not satisfied.
Yeah, somebody's not satisfied. And that could be a danger.
Danger.
Yeah, that could be a danger, especially when you have an organization that's just unwilling to this moment to pull the big maneuver.
Right.
And they've had multiple opportunities to pull the big maneuver, and they've elected not to do so.
I think I ain't gonna lie. I think Randall told CAA what he was looking for in the extension. Or told Leon Rose what he was looking for in an extension, and Leon Rose was like, "No, we're not paying that." And Randall was like, it's either that, it's either my way or the highway. And they queued up the Ray Charles. You can hit the road, Jack.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
You know, it's definitely fine for Randall to want that. He wants, dude, he's 2-time All NBA in 3 years.
and they want to pay that man $24 million.
That's not going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. When Randall is ready for his negotiation, you're talking about he's going to tell you that, you know what, I'm comparable to my man in Boston. He got $300 million.
Yep. Yep. And you know what though? And here's the double standard with Knicks fans too. Shout out to Knicks fans. When Randall made the All-Star team, All NBA, Most Improved Player, Knicks fans were like, "Yeah, that's cool. He did it one time. That's it. I need to see Randall do it 7 to 8 more times, right?" But then Jalen Brunson come in, don't even make the All-Star team, right? Don't even make All NBA, and all of a sudden we like, Jalen Brunson or Bernard King, who's the better Nick? After one goddamn season, bro.
First impressions are everything, Freezy. Randall's first impression here.
After one season, they talk about he's better than Clyde Frazier, bro.
Yeah, but Randall's first, first go around when he first got here, you know, he was embracing, and this is no knock to him. He was embracing it, you know, but he got caught up in a situation with teammates that weren't on his level to play with, and the pressures got to him, and his game just imploded. Although good numbers, but you know, bump the analytics when you got downright into them. You watched him doing the spin maneuver, knocking people down like he was going for strikes at Strike Bowling Alley. That's what he was doing. He refused to make the pass. The team was just, we remember what that team was.
You remember that first season that who he was passing to?
Yes.
Wayne Ellington, Reggie Bullock, Alfred Payton.
but him not making those maneuvers, Freezy, it hampered his game. You understand what I'm saying? It hampered his game. Yeah, as the best player at times, you're gonna have to force a shot or 2 or 3 or 5. Okay, that's expected.
When Jalen Brunson do it though, we hold our tongue. Like we watched Jalen Brunson play this year, and we know how you a point guard and you not passing, bro? You know what I'm saying? AD, let me ask you this.
What? No, I don't want him to be Mark Jackson. I want him to be Jalen Brunson.
Oh, so there's a clear double standard, right?
No,
so the power forward has to pass, the point guard has to shoot. Okay, I got you.
The power forward was averaging like 4 or 5 turnovers a game.
Right. I got you.
How many turnovers a game did Jalen Brunson?
Right, but the point guard is playing with an all-star power forward, right? But the power forward was playing with 3 dudes that ain't even in the league no more, and you want him to pass to, bro? You want him to pass to Nerlens Noel, Norvel Pell, Wayne Ellington, Reggie Bullock, Alfred Payton?
Yes and no.
No.
Or no and yes. Or no and yes. Right. Freezy, he didn't handle it well, Freezy. There's no going around that. And after his All NBA the following season, disaster strikes.
But that's not his okay.
You can't absolve him of all blame here, Freezy. It takes 2 to tango.
Well,
he was looking for love in New York. New York gives it to him.
He was looking Panub in all the wrong places.
Yes, looking Panub in all the wrong
paces.
Paces, right? And
ladies and gentlemen, Buckwheat does country. Looking Panub in all the wrong places. Yo, y'all got to start watching Saturday Night Live, man. Y'all got to start watching Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
man.
Those old joints oh my God, stop it! And all the greats came out of that.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Came out
man.
of Saturday Night Live. Absolutely, they had a hell of a run. A hell of a run. I
Yeah,
haven't seen it
but
in
my
years,
thing
but
with Brunson and Randall, I think Brunson's situation and Randall's situation are totally different. They can't be
they are.
compared.
They are.
They can't be compared because Brunson came to a better roster for one, right?
Yes.
Randall came to a tanking roster that lost out on Zion, right? We forget about that. Like our consolation prize, we got two consolation prizes in the same year, right? We didn't get Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving, and Kemba Walker said, "Yo." Shout out to Kemba Walker, who I really dislike, by the way, y'all, and I know y'all can tell,
And
right?
yeah, but
But
I
but
want
Kim,
you to remember, you started this conversation by saying you missed Perry and Mills, and now you're detailing what they didn't get.
right?
All right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep,
Continue. All
yep,
right. Continue.
yep. Kemba Walker said, "Man, I would have signed with the Knicks if they would have got Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Zion." Kemba,
Mm.
what NBA team is going to get all of that, and why? Why would you sign with a team and when Kyrie is already? Yeah, but anyway, my point is the two consolation prizes were
His point was do something.
his point was stay healthy, right? So the thing is, the Knicks got two consolation prizes, right? They got R.J. Barrett as a consolation
Oh
prize
God.
because we didn't get Ja Morant or Zion, right? And then we got Julius Randle as a consolation prize because we didn't get Jimmy Butler, we didn't get Kyrie Irving, we didn't get Kemba, we didn't get Kyrie, right? We didn't even get Tobias Harris, right? We got Julius Randle, right? So that
And
roster, that
you and
consolation
you
prize
missed that.
roster,
You missed
yeah,
that.
I miss Mills and Perry.
You're a glutton for punishment. You just laid out their horrible
Right,
resume together. All right?
right.
Their horrible resume together. And you're going to tell me you missed that. Sir, you've been a Knicks fan way too long.
Oh, but
You
listen,
can't see the forest from the trees.
there was a point that I was trying to get to because AD only got like 15 minutes, man. Because I got an appointment that I got to get to. But
Yes.
but the thing is, when you said the Marbury point that you mentioned, bro, the Marbury point that you mentioned about 30-ish minutes ago, the Marbury point is in 2004. Would I have done the Marbury trade? And I told you there was a time before Pat Ewing where the Knicks sucked. What I would have done right there in that exact moment is went into a rebuild. Then there's in that exact moment right there. Because remember when the Marbury trade was the year after we missed out on LeBron, Carmelo, and all of those dudes, right? But Dwight Howard was the number one pick in the draft in 2004.
We wouldn't have got him.
No, we wouldn't have got him because we wouldn't have
We
tanked.
wouldn't have got him.
If
We
we would
wouldn't
have
have
went
got him.
into a rebuild though, if we'd have went into a rebuild, you
Yeah,
never know
but
how
you
to.
didn't. Yeah, but you didn't need him, Freezy, because look at.
But AD, how?
Uh,
But let me finish my point though.
I'm
Let me
sorry.
let me let me
Go right
finish
on
my point.
ahead.
The point that I'm getting at is after you trade Pat Ewing, you were trying to glue pieces together, trying to extend the what's the name to see if that team had any more juice left in it. And what happened is we found out that it didn't have any more juice in it. But we messed around and gave Allen Houston a humongous contract, right? Spreewell leaves and goes to the Timberwolves, right? And then we got dudes on the roster named Travis Knight, right? Shandon Anderson, Howard Isley. We know we're not winning with that, bro. Because these dudes are like borderline starters. They're nothing special. So instead of trying to pull the veil over people's eyes, just rebuild, man. That's all you got to do right there. Just go into your rebuild. It's not about pride. It's not about competence. It's about everything resets itself, bro. It's the reason why years have seasons. You know what I'm saying? You thrive for a while, and the leaves fall off the tree. Winter come, and then spring come again. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks are like, no, we're good. We're We're good at winning 43 games. As long as we win 43 games, man, we good. That's our championship. Ah, man. Take a step back. People forget the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown out of the lottery. Both of those players were top 3 picks. And we thinking, nah, man, Marbury is going to save us. Nah, man, get off the hype train, bro. Just rebuild. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. I just wouldn't have.
You would have extended it, right?
I would have gone because what you're missing, Freezy, in that analogy, in that soliloquy, is
Yeah, man. What can put
the the subsequent moves thereafter is what doomed Isaiah.
Right.
Right. So let's go down this way here. He gets Marbury. He then doubles down and gets Jamal Crawford.
Yep.
Right? But in between that, he makes a bunch of trades. He trades to Nazim Muhammad, then he trades Nazim Muhammad.
Yep.
He gets Keith Van Horn, then he trades.
Flips Keith Van Horn for Tim Thomas. Yeah.
He kept doing. When he signed Jared Jeffries, and I want people to remember this. Jared Jeffries.
I'm gonna take these scissors and stab myself. I'm gonna stab myself.
When he signed Jared Jeffries at Indiana, I think was a 20-10 or 20-12 dude.
Yes.
Jared Jeffries looked like somebody next to Gilbert Arenas in those early Washington days.
He was a good athlete for his size, bro.
He looked like somebody, right? But here's the thing. We're watching our team. We're not day-to-day watching other teams.
Right.
When Jared Jeffries comes here, Isaiah Thomas verbatim says this. Jared Jeffries is going to make the plane ride easier. He's going to balance the personalities on the plane. Jared Jeffries has to be the worst forward from 5 feet in. He's the only man that I've seen with these two eyes that can consecutively miss layups with nobody around him.
No.
You remember when Carmelo makes the pass at Boston under the rim and KG watched him holding the ball and he stops there and he's like, and KG goes, "Give me that!" and takes the ball from him under the rim with the game on the line. That's who Isaiah Thomas gave the entire mid-level exemption to when they signed him. When Washington didn't even attempt to give him an offer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what though? It's
the subsequent moves that man made.
So if you had just went into a rebuild, there is no Jared Jeffries trade. There is no
you didn't need to rebuild Freezy. When he goes to
Phoenix, so the roster was set.
No, it's not that the roster was set, but you had Clay, meaning you had
Marbury's not a championship level point guard, bro.
But we didn't know that at that time. But he was one of the best point guards in the game.
Yeah, we did. Because everybody that replaced Marbury, the team got better, right? So everybody that replaced Marbury, bro.
It wasn't Chuck Cheese. It wasn't Chuck Cheese that replaced Marbury. Jason Kidd is one of the greatest point guards in the game.
What about Minnesota? Who was Minnesota point guards? Sam Cassell was 92 years old when they replaced Marbury, bro.
Stop it. Can you stop it?
Sam Cassell in Minnesota.
That's rocket tape right there. Can you stop it?
Yeah. All I'm saying is everywhere Marbury went. I'm talking about up until that time, bro. He was,
That
yeah.
still
Jason
didn't
Kidd,
derail
Steve
you,
Nash,
Freezy. Freezy,
Sam
that still
Cassell.
didn't derail you, Freezy. Freezy. If I got Marbury here, right? Let's just say that you agree with me for these 30 seconds here. If I got Marbury, what kind of player is Marbury? Marbury can run. Marbury can half court. Marbury can hit the 15, the 18. Marbury can take it to the hole, cuff, get fouled, score. He can actually finish a play. Marbury can
Right.
hit the three. Marbury averaged for a good period of time at least 8 assists per game while averaging over 20. Hold
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
right? So I got that Ferrari. I'm gonna bring in a couple of Volkswagens.
Jamal
Like
Crawford was a Volkswagen.
Jerome James was a broken down Volkswagen.
Right.
Eddie Curry had a bad heart.
Yeah. Jerome James had no heart.
It's the subsequent moves that he did.
Okay.
He goes to Phoenix, right? He doesn't get Joe Johnson. He gets Brandy's boyfriend. And when he trades for Brandy's boyfriend, Phoenix a week later trades Joe Johnson to Atlanta.
Atlanta.
He goes to Chicago. He doesn't get Tyson Chandler. He gets Eddie Curry. You can't blame the owner for that. The owner don't even know these players. He hired you for that.
Right.
I don't miss none of those cats. I don't miss Isaiah. I don't miss Mills. I don't miss Perry. Your first maneuver, Perry, what do? You trade Carmelo Anthony for a bucket of fries and day old wings.
That's what he was worth at the time. I hate to say it that way. But Melo was on the block for a long time, bro. Remember? Yeah, they were trying to trade Melo for a long time. It's not like one day they woke up and they were like, "I'm gonna."
So because you're trying to trade an all-star, you do trade an all-star, and you accept wings with no sour cream or whatever the hell people eat with their wings, huh? Is that what we do?
Yeah.
All you do making excuses. For KP at the time, KP was 22 years old. You got nothing for him.
Right.
I don't miss none of those cats.
Right.
They got multiple runs here. Remember something, Isaiah would have got another time if the league didn't block it. A couple of years ago, they were trying to hire him as the general manager.
Okay.
I know somewhere, Steve Mills is lurking in this organization because of the relationship he has with Dolan. Let me say plain and clear, if I haven't said it before. In order to be successful in your next relationship, you gotta leave that other relationship.
Right.
Because you was never successful with them. You ain't bear no fruit with Perry and Mills. All they did was empty the cabinet. Okay. The owner got on ESPN telling the world that he was expecting big things in the off season that was to come.
Yep. Yep.
Blue tears, white tears, orange tears.
Yep. Yeah. No, what I'm saying, but AD, all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this, and I know it sounds crazy, right? But say for instance, the Knicks say, you know what, we are not going to rebuild. I mean, say we're not gonna um um after Pat leaves, we're gonna trade Houston for draft picks. We're gonna trade all these guys for draft picks and then rebuild. If they would have did that at the point of the Pat Ewing trade, you're looking at a team that could have had Andre Iguodala, Dwayne Wade. You're talking about a team that could have had a healthy Amari Stoudemire, right? You're talking about a team that could have had Joe Johnson, right? You're talking about a team that could have legit put together young pieces and let them develop over time, as opposed to signing Jerome James. And I don't know why you love Jerome James. That's not my deal. I'm that's not for me to question your love with Jerome James, right? You know what I'm saying? You love you like who you like. But what I'm saying is organizations have to always take steps forward when it's time to go. But when it's time to take a step back, when the greatest player in your franchise's history retires and there is no heir apparent, then you got to start searching for one. That's all I'm saying.
They did, and that's how they ended up with Eddie Curry
Jerome James.
and
Yep.
Jerome James.
Yep.
They did.
Yep. Yep.
That's the problem.
Hey, so you got about 30 seconds to talk about is Pat Ewing the GOAT?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right then.
You want to say he's Knicks GOAT? Okay.
Okay.
That's Pat.
Pat Ewing is the second greatest center of all time.
Pat Ewing is not the second greatest center
Chat.
of all time.
Patrick Ewing is the second greatest center of all time, chat. I'm taking Pat Ewing over Wilt Chamberlain. I'm taking Pat over Shaquille O'Neal. I'm taking Pat over David Robinson.
Okay.
I'm taking Pat over Jokic.
I'm doing that. Okay.
Right.
That's fine.
Right.
That's fine. That's
yeah.
You know, depending on what day you're talking about. Because I can't lie to you, I'm a fan of Joker.
I'm a fan of Joker also.
I'm a fan of Joker. I'm a fan of his game. I'm a fan of any. When you can't move me,
right?
When you can't deter me from doing what I want to do on the court, and I don't have to be the most athletically gifted, but you still can't do nothing with me.
I'm gonna say a name, and it's gonna make you. It's gonna sound wild OD, right? But I'm gonna say a name that people have forgotten about. That's the exact same player.
Let me see.
He was a player that played center for the Washington Bullets, the Baltimore Bullets.
He is not Jeff Ruland.
Jeff Ruland, bro.
He's not Jeff Ruland.
He is Jeff Ruland, bro.
You know who I think he's more like? And I was.
Who's a better passer, him or Jeff Ruland?
I think Joker is.
Because I think Joker is a better. I think Joker is a more creative passer than Jeff Ruland. Right? Yeah, I think he more creative at passing, like creating stuff.
Yeah, but he's great at just the basic pass that leads to the shot, to the next shot necessarily that he may get back. You know, you could run offense through Joker. He wasn't running offense through Jeff
Ruland.
He wasn't running offense like that through Jeff.
No, he wasn't running the break. Now he wasn't running the break, but you hit Jeff Ruland would catch a ball in the high post and throw those back doors to Jeff Malone. We didn't even know who Jeff Malone was until Jeff Ruland, bro.
All right, if you wanna go there, fine. You know, but I'm not comparing. When I think of him, when I look at Joker's game, that dude that pops up is that a cat that we forgot.
I think both of these dudes are better than Sabonis. By the way, I think people want to compare him to Sabonis, but Sabonis was
young Sabonis. Yes,
I didn't see young Sabonis though.
I remember young Sabonis against the USA team in '88.
Yeah.
I remember him destroying David Robinson and J.R. Reed and whatever. But I was thinking, I wasn't even thinking. I forgot young Sabonis. I was thinking Jack Sigma.
Jack Sigma was tough, bro.
I was thinking Jack Sigma. There's a name.
But Jack Sigma would not pass that basketball, bro.
Because Jack Sigma had a great. He had that shot from behind his head.
Yeah.
It was like it was like Kareem skyhook to like a lesser degree. You couldn't. Right. When he went like this,
it was over.
It was over. When he went like, look at his game 7 against Seattle. Was that the Bullets? I was watching some of that this past weekend.
Right. And he would pump fake a center.
Oh my God.
He would pump. He'd get in that motion,
fast. Bro. No, he's not fast. Well, he could rebound, he could pass, but that behind the head, he was killing you.
Yeah. And so, no disrespect to Joker, who we like. I think Joker is a top 5 center of all time, even right now at his early age. When you're a 2-time NBA MVP and you could have been 4-time league MVP.
I'm not doing that yet for him though.
Yeah, I
I'm not
think I
doing
think
that
I
yet
got to
for him.
put him ahead of Olajuwon and David Robinson.
All
And
right, all
but the
right,
only
fans.
reason though, AD, the only reason though is if the MVP award has any if the MVP award has any weight, then you gotta put him up there,
It's
bro.
not the MVP award is a regular season. It's nice. It's an accomplishment to have because I don't kill the regular season. You've heard me. That's where people. That's where you get your familiarity from. Is from the regular season. But we don't hang MVP awards, Joel Embiid. Where do they
That's
do
right.
that at?
That's right.
Huh? You remember when David Robinson won the MVP award and they gave him the trophy in front of Hakeem?
Olajuwon, yeah.
What subsequently happened to him?
It's still the FBI still looking for him, bro.
They still looking for him
For what he did to David
on his
Robinson.
home floor.
Yeah.
They got absolutely destroyed. David
Yeah.
Robinson is one of the great centers of this game. Any era he could play in. Olajuwon destroyed him on his home court.
Right. Right.
You keep an MVP.
Right. Olajuwon was great, bro.
You're not doing that in front of Hakeem. You're a little gentleman, Hakeem. Yeah, all right, baby. All right.
Yeah, I'm still taking Pat over that 3, bro. I think Pat is the best center of the 90s by far.
You're not taking Pat over Olajuwon. Would you stop it?
Yes.
Stop it.
Yeah. I think if Pat had Clyde Drexler, Pat would have won a championship too. Right? And I think if Pat had knocked down 3-point shooting like the Rockets had in 93 and 94, they had knocked down 3-point shooting where you could not double team Olajuwon, and Pat still averaged Pat still averaged 5 blocks a game.
Kenny Smith was in Derek Harper's back pocket. Maxwell was schizophrenic as usual. Their best guard for the series was a rookie. Stop it. Stop making excuses.
Let me remind you of the 3 blown assignments at the top of the key. Kenny Smith knocked down those 3s in front of Derek Harper, and we blame John Starks for going 2 for 18.
That's game 7.
Man.
Kenny doesn't come alive until like game 7. Derek Harper has his bad moment. Derek Harper probably should have been the MVP of that. Should the Knicks won. Right?
He could have been
because he was steady throughout, but he had several defensive laps in that series that
game
haunts
7.
me.
Yep.
Game 3 in the Garden because we should have swept them out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Game 3, he leaves Cassell open for back-to-back threes
at the top of the key in the same spot.
In the same spot.
Right. Yep. At the same spot. And the same spot got us in game 7. He missed those rotations, bro. And that's what not Starks 2 for 18. Starks 2 for 18 contributed some, but it was still a 6-point game throughout. Even when Starks was Starks sucking like a dog. I think the Knicks still lost that game, 91-86, something like that.
And they couldn't go to and what Pat was giving them, I think what did Pat end up with in game 7? 18? Something like that. He doesn't have you can't leave that out. You just can't. You're not guaranteed to get back to a finals, Freezy.
Pat is the GOAT, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I gotta be Pat's my man. You know what I'm saying? Pat is a yard man and all of that. But I'm sorry. I can't give him that. I can't. In that game 7, he doesn't.
And let me also say this too. That was the most flawed NBA championship roster I have ever seen. I have never seen a roster that bad make the NBA Finals. The Knicks willed their way to the NBA Finals.
Shit. Right? What about Philly's 2002 team?
Oh, that one too. Yeah, that one too.
The Knicks are better than them.
Yeah.
What about Cleveland's 2017 that goes against Detroit? The Knicks are better than them.
Good point. Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. What about that '86 Rockets team that had all the injuries and people getting suspended? Right, the one with Mitchell Wiggins and all of them getting suspended at the beginning of the year.
Sometimes
Yeah,
sometimes it happens. You know what I'm saying?
but
That
that
ninety
roster
four
was
team
bad
that
though
94 team is better than 99
because they were healthy.
for the
Because
most part.
they
But
were healthy.
Starks is hurt.
Uh,
Starks' knee is bad.
Yeah, Starks need start. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, brother. I'm gonna get out of here, man, so I can get ready for the for
Why do
this
you
thing.
leave us out on such a sour note? You know what I mean? You
I'm
gotta come. Why you gotta get back to 94? I'm like, it's like, what? Is that how you want to start your week, with thoughts of 94?
no.
Let's
You
end it with this.
you
Part
can't.
4, house that Brunson built. Let's end it with that.
So you want to end it with the Brunson crime family? That's what you want to end it with?
Oh, I
The
love that.
Brunson crime
We'll
family.
get
That's what you.
t-shirts with that. The Brunson crime family.
Oh
Yeah,
my
baby.
god. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Anyway, thank you for joining us. We don't know where this journey started, but we know where it ended. It ended with you. Look for us in the world with Garvey.
Peace, y'all. Hey, so I think I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave with us playing the where is it?
The joint? Drop the joint.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it, man. My eyes are blurry. And let me see if I can find it. Old school, old school, old school, old school, old school, old school. I can't even find it. Come on. Uncle
Damn,
Freeze, you done a
Freezy.
job. I can't even find it. Is it at the top? Is it at the top? Yeah, there it is. All right, y'all. We're gonna leave y'all on this. Yeah. Look out your window. Knicks fans is on your block. Y'all know the Knicks run the city. Pull them shades back. Look out your window. Look down there on the block. That's Knicks fans right there. It's about that time. It's about that time of the week where you get ready for your work week with the man that is so smooth he does not require a chaser. Your main man, the real, still the real Anthony D. And your main man, Jersey's finest, the hood representative, Uncle Freezy. Yeah, just one quick house cleaning note. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says Randall will never be an all-star again because of Brunson. That is interesting. We'll see about that, though. Peace, y'all.